What up? My name is Jade Fox and this is the Madeyoulooks channel, and today it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot going on. It's a whole lot going down today in this video. Number one, I have probably the most boring Goodwill pickups, but I've got some other independent brands, our pickups from an independent brand, as well as a collab that I talked to y'all about in a previous video, the Calvin Klein Palace collaboration. I did get a pair of big shorts. Y'all already know I have been going crazy over these big shorts, and I've been trying to find a pair of big shorts that were perfect, and I found some. So I'm gonna show y'all that. And then also, I'm feeling very chatty. I got my extra toasty, my dark skin Cheez-Its today because I had three pretty wild I mean, they're not that wild, but I had 3 story times and they all went down at the Goodwill. I went to the Goodwill bins for the first time. That was an experience. Went down to the Goodwill, whole kleptos in the Goodwill. I mean, that's not anything new. I just didn't think it was gonna happen right in front of my salad like that. I'm gonna tell you about that. And then also, I got fully assaulted by a pair of pants. Jade, how did you get assaulted by a pair of pants? There was blood. There was blood. So I suggest you stay tuned. Okay, this not some tea. Whatever you gotta do. I got mine. Let's go. So the first thing that I got looks very similar to the thing that I have on right now. It is a cropped, kind of like boxy wide sweatshirt. It's got a really nice high neck and the brand is Los Angeles Apparel. And I got this at the Goodwill bins. I had never been to the Goodwill bins before. I had no idea what to expect. Sis, pandemonium. Ooh, drag name, Pandemonium. It was pandemonium. It was like, I don't know what I expected. I just didn't expect, like, it was literally like that scene in Mean Girls where she's like standing like this with her arms crossed and everybody's just going crazy in the hallway. It was literally just like that. I was looking for like particular items, but when I went in and I saw that it was the bins and not just like a regular Goodwill, I was like, oh, let me just look. Let me just see. Let's see what the bins are all about. But let me tell you something. The people at the bins, rabies. Because I remember I was looking through a bin and someone reached over my arm, touching. Someone reached under, like someone fully reached under my arm to grab something, over my arm to grab something. Personal space, 6 feet, nothing? That was pretty wild. And then I realized like, oh, it's probably the Depop girls, it's probably the reseller girls up in here to get the goods. And I remember I had this Dickies jacket in my hand. I saw the little Dickies logo like poking in between, you know, the fabrics. And so I like go in and I pick it up and I'm looking at it and like in my peripheral, homeboy right here, homeboy to the side of me, I'm the hell out of this jacket, okay? I know that as soon as I didn't want it, but I was feeling the fantasy. I was like, oh, there's so much going on. Oh, you like this jacket? I'm gonna make you work for it. And I remember I had it in my hand and I saw him in my peripheral, like eyeing this thing down, okay? And I was like, just being annoying. I was like, oh, let me look at the zipper. Button fly. Try them buttons out. Let me try it on. It was a 2XL. Let me try it on. So yeah, I was being annoying. But that was more so me just trying to find a way to partake in the festivities, even though I wasn't about to like do the most like everybody else. I just wanted to be a part of it. I just wanted to be part of it. But yeah, that was wild. And I will go back again, mainly because, so this came out to be like $1, like $1 and some change. So come to find out, maybe like $2 and some change actually. But come to find out, the bins, way more affordable than regular Goodwill. I did not know that. I'm assuming that is why the pandemonium ensued, because of the deals that the girls were getting. I got this along with 2 pairs of pants that I ended up returning. They didn't work out. They were too small. You ever like have those moments where you go to the Goodwill and you buy pants or you just buy stuff and all of it's too small and you're like, do I even know my own body? I bought 2 pair of pants, but I definitely took those back. And this ended up being like 2 something. So I understand the appeal of the bins. I just don't know if I will be doing the bins again because it was kind of a lot. It was kind of a lot. But this is really cute though. And it looks exactly like the shirt I'm wearing right now. Another Goodwill story. Me and Jaden came up on these chairs by this brand called Lovenstein or something, and we ended up getting all 4 of them, and then we looked. These chairs were $6 each. So we got all 4 chairs for $24, which is wild to me. So we got all these 4 chairs, right? And then we go and Google the brand Lovenstein. Turns out these are expensive chairs, 1, and they're vintage, number 2. There's actually a tag on one of them that I found, and I don't know if this is like a purchase, like a receipt kind of tag, or if this is like a manufacturing tag, but the year was 1998 on there, which I thought was really cool. So I'm trying to convince Jaden to start a TikTok where she like does a whole series about these chairs, and like, 'cause she wants to like revamp them and, you know, sand them down, stain them, whatever. Like, she wants to like go to town on these chairs. She's very much a DIYer. So that's why I'm trying to convince her to do like a whole series on it, because I think it'd be really cool. But you'll see about that. If she actually does do it, I will repost it, obviously. But while we were there, I picked up these gray slacks. They're men's slacks, and they have these really beautiful pleats on the front. And the one thing that I really love about men's pants is how wide the waistbands are. Like, I hate a skinny waistband, like, or no waistband. But pants, like dress pants like this, or slacks that have like almost like a waistband for a skinny belt, hate it, throw it away, burn it. But I found these in the men's section, and I just have a body for men's pants, I've realized. This is a privilege that I didn't realize that I had. They just fit me well. And I get lucky because I always find the guys that have altered their pants. This is a size 32, but you can kind of tell that they took them in. And so I'm gonna say that these fit more like a 31 now, and they fit so well, in my opinion. Pleats have to be on the thighs in the right area in order to not look stupid. I've learned this the hard way, which is also why I hate pants that have skinnier waistbands or no waistbands and pleats, because that basically means that wherever you put those pants on your waist, the pleats are gonna start immediately after that. And there's a good chance that your thighs are gonna happen immediately after your waist. Usually you got hips and then you hit your thighs. So I thought that these fit really well. I can imagine wearing these just like as easy like work fits. I think the easiest type of outfit that you could wear, I have my studio slippers on. Nice slacks, like easy, relaxed slacks that still look nice. These are actually 100% wool, but they don't really feel like it. They have a very like natural, I mean, wool is natural, but they have almost like a linen-y kind of feel to them. And it's a really nice gray too. It's like a nice medium gray. But I think a pant like this, a white tee or black, tucked in or not, depending on how relaxed your work environment is, with a pair of like clean sneakers or like a boot, some accessories, it's always gonna work. It's always going to work. Usually during like the warmer months, that tends to be what I wear. I'll wear a plain white t-shirt, something a little bit on the boxier side, something that has a bit more of like a relaxed fit, pair of nice slacks, and probably like my Ricks. Call it a day. It's a look. I don't know why I've been so interested in I mean, I do know why. I actually been having some body issues, which is normal. I'm like not really that fazed by that. It's more of like, I'll just tell you the story. So I recently visited my girlfriend's family, and I have been having just not even really negative feelings about my body, just mixed feelings about my body. Like some days I love it, some days I don't even feel like it's mine. And so while I was visiting my girlfriend's family, I was taking a shower. And after I got out of the shower is like right next to like a giant mirror and sinks and stuff. So I like go towards the sinks and I pull out my lotions and everything, and I'm like wrapped in this towel. And you know how like when the towel starts to slip a little bit, how you gotta readjust the towel? So I noticed that when my towel started to slip and I readjusted, I noticed that I like faced away from the mirror. So like if I'm here, towel starts falling, readjust. Okay, we're back. So I noticed that, and I didn't think too much about it. I was like, that was a weird thing I just did, but okay. I started putting lotion on though. And so I dropped my towel to put lotion on, and I look in the mirror and I realized that I didn't even remember what my body looked like. Like, I was like, oh, my stomach looks like that? oh, my arms look like that, but not like in a negative way. Like it's not like like poking fun or like finding things that are wrong. It was more of like, I literally was rediscovering what my body looked like because I had avoided looking at it for so long. And that might sound like something that's really sad, but I don't mean for it to be that way. It was more of just like, wow, like our habits really do have a way of showing our true feelings about things. And I think that the fact that I had avoided looking at my body for so long to the fact where I didn't even recognize it, I think that's pretty wild. I just think that that's pretty wild. So, you know, I'm doing this thing now where I try not to put a lesson to everything, like, oh, well, what can I learn from this? It's like, girl, whatever, it happened. I think that's also why just thrifting has just been such a nicer feeling, because I can go in the men's section and find a pair of pants that's got pleats and a little bit of room and not feel too bad about it. I just have an icky feeling when it comes to buying new clothes too right now. I cannot quite explain to you why, but I just do. I don't want to buy anything that's new with tags or that isn't independently made. Like going shopping at Zara sounds awful to me, but going to Goodwill, that sounds cool. Or shopping from like an independent designer on Instagram, that sounds cool. But shopping, like shopping bag shopping, and I love shopping, but for some reason I'm just turned off to it right now. But I found, I don't even know if I mentioned these, but this is another pair of gray slacks. See what I'm saying? It's a little dry. But another pair of gray slacks. These are bigger than the other ones. Those have more of a businessy kind of fit. These have more of a relaxed fit. The waist is a little bit bigger. They're also a little longer. The length is a little awkward, I think, because just the way that they fall on shoes, but you know, it is what it is. The brand is Hugo Boss, and these are also 100% virgin leather. These are made in Greece, which I thought was sick. I'm like, I don't think I own anything that was made in Greece. I didn't know they made things in Greece, except beautiful people and like amazing scenery. Yeah, just another pair of like easy, relaxed pants. I think that these are the types of pants that you wear to a dinner when you don't feel like doing that much. Like when it's date night and you've worked all day and you gotta like mentally prepare yourself to have sex later. Not because you don't want to, but just because you're tired. These are the kind of things that I would go and wear. If it's, I've been working all day and dinner's at 7, I'm gonna put on a nice pair of pants, something really simple on the top, like a plain button down, like a relaxed fit button down, a t-shirt, a nice jacket, a cool boot. I'm done. I'm done. What the mouth do? You know what I mean? Like that's the vibe. This is why I don't talk, because then I start just saying literally anything. I apologize if the lighting is doing a thing. That's it. Next, I wanted to show you 2 things that I picked up from the Calvin Klein and Palace collaboration. I actually got these about a month ago, and I really just wanted to try them out before I said anything about them. So first thing I got was this fragrance, and this is a take on the iconic Calvin Klein CK1 fragrance. I remember when I was working there, everybody loved CK1, specifically the Latinx community loved CK1. However, I also, okay, so please let me know if you have immigrant parents or whatever, or if you have family in Latin America, because I worked at Potomac Mills. Potomac Mills is a tourist mall, but we got a lot of foreigners that came into the store, like a lot. I would say an overwhelming amount of like first generation Africans, first generation like Mexican people, Puerto Ricans, first generation Koreans, and literally anyone who's not white, anybody who's not white would always come into the store, and they always got CK1. And so I've always been interested to know what the international perception of Calvin Klein is, just based off of the clientele alone while I was working there. Like I mentioned, it was a tourist mall, and so obviously tourists are gonna come, but I just feel like it was a little too specific to just be because it's a tourist mall, you know? But if you're unfamiliar, CK1 is definitely on like the fresh side. It's supposed to be a unisex fragrance. It's water-based, so it's pretty weak. You have to spray it a couple times. I would say like a good 6, maybe even 7. Because I did 5 this morning. I went to a cafe, did some work for maybe 3 hours-ish, 2 hours. Came back home and I asked Jade if she could smell it, and she said no. So, and I did 5. So maybe do a little bit more. But it leans definitely in, ooh, ASMR. It leans definitely into like the citrus, fresh, like watery kind of smelling things. Like it's not warm. It's definitely on the colder side, but it's not super masculine. It's also not feminine either. And I think that just goes to show the notes that are in the fragrance. I would say that if you like CK1, this is a safe purchase. In my opinion, this is a true unisex fragrance in that it doesn't smell like anything. It doesn't smell masculine and it doesn't smell feminine. It just smells good. You know, it smells, it's got a little bit of musk actually, but it's definitely like citrusy, like fresh shower on the colder side vibe. If this was a color, it would be ice blue. That's like the best way I can explain it. It doesn't smell like it takes itself too seriously. It's not a very statement-y fragrance either. So if you wanted to layer this with other ones, like I feel like that would be great. I think it would smell really, really good. I layer this with Mason Margiela Coffee Break. That's giving date night for sure. That's gonna be date night for sure. So I really do like this. I'm going to link it in the description if it's still available. I'm not sure because this is part of a collab. I think the main difference between the original CK1 and this one is it just feels like they turned the saturation up on this one. That's all. It literally just feels like they turned the saturation up. And of course, the big shorts that I mentioned earlier, I got these as also part of that CK Palace collaboration. You've got the CK Palace tag there. You've also got the tag in the back. And I also like how the tag, it's not a smooth leather. It doesn't really even look like leather. It kind of feels like paper, which is really nice. And I got them in a nice medium wash. I love this wash. I feel like it just goes with everything. The sizing, it wasn't confusing, but I just wasn't super confident when I did buy these. I got these in a size 30, and I believe that the size guide said that you could get your size if you want them to fit, but if you want them to be oversized, then size up. But then I think it said something about for women size down. And so I was like, what? So what do I do? And so I ended up getting a size 30. In men's, I'm a size 31, and in women's, I'm a size 29. And so I figure if I get a 30, I'll be somewhere in the middle, and hopefully that'll be okay. And I think that this is the perfect fit. I think it fits so well. You can either keep them at the waist or you can pull them up a little bit so they hit a little bit higher on the knee. But otherwise, I don't know what the inseam of these are. I would say probably about like an 8-inch, honestly. I think more than 7. As you can see with the shape of them, they do cinch in a little bit at the waist. And so they're going to be a little bit more fitted in the thigh area than the rest of the shorts. So if that's not something that you like, that's something that you should be considerate of. Also, with the cinch at the waist, the bottom, this part does tend to flare out just a little bit. So if you don't like that either, I would probably say either go, I would say, not buy them actually. I was gonna say like go up in a size, but maybe you just shouldn't buy them. But I really love these shorts. These are the exact shorts that I was looking for. This is exactly what I wanted. The feel of them is great. I've washed them, I think, once already. They still feel and look really great. They did not shrink, and it's just a good denim. It's just a good pair of denim shorts that I honestly will probably have for a long time. And it's a perfect kind of purchase because it's like, will I be into oversized shorts when I'm 35? I don't know. There's a chance that I might not be. However, these are shorts that I would wear in a garden. These are shorts that I would wear to like just throw on, to do like yard work in. Not me thinking I'm gonna have a house. You know, just like stuff like that. So I find that things that I can, even if I don't plan to wear it in the same exact way in the future, if I can wear it another way that still is comfortable, then it's a safe purchase in my book. I did not adjust the saturation. This does just look this beautiful. This is a handmade crochet, fully zip, and I mean fully zip, okay? Zip up hoodie. It's got my favorite feature that I think, this is like my new favorite thing. I will pretty much buy anything that has this now because I love it that much. And that is the double zip. Anything that has a double zip so that you can combine it in the middle, I think it looks so good. I like anything that has styling options built into it. So obviously you can have it fully open, you can have it fully zipped up, you can have it fully zipped up, you know, for a nice little photo, little Korean fashion moment. You can have the zip happening in the middle. You can have the one zip coming all the way up and then the other one just open a little bit. And another functional reason why I love this double zipper is because if you have hips or thick thighs or butt, then I know that you've experienced when you put a top on and it fits everywhere except the bottom. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like it's squeezing, trying to get over your ass, or it's like squeezing, trying to get over your thighs. If you have the double zip, then you can just unzip the bottom and create room for the rest of your body to just kind of sit. So good. The brand is We're Gay. The artist, designer is Malia, I believe that's what their name is. I've shouted them out on Instagram, or I shouted them out here on this channel a bunch of times. They posted this like when they were still working on it, and they had a few other colors too. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, I sneezed that. I sneezed that. Also, because the new Hill Fox truckers match this, which I'll show you right now. I'm gonna give y'all a sneak peek. Only people on my Patreon have seen these hats, so I'm showing y'all right now. This is my brand, Hill Fox Club. This is the new motif that I designed. It actually is a lowercase and an uppercase H, depending on how you look at it. And I thought that, you know, it was a nice metaphor for where the brand is at right now. We want to get into cut and sew, but right now we're just trying to take care of like some low-hanging fruit, and by, you know, using samples that are already created and then just adding our own designs to them, it's just really nice. And so, and what's great about this is a nice, with the Kelly green on Kelly green, you have a really nice embroidered Hill Fox H there. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's actually a dark green stitch back there too, to basically make it look like it's 3D a little bit. And the thread is also shiny and it's green on green. I'm very proud of the things that I make. Even though I didn't fully make this, but you know what I'm trying to say. But it also, haha, matches the green that is basically throughout this entire piece. And so I will most likely be using this along with the ads to promote this. And I will link We're Gay, the brand, and I'm not joking, that is literally the brand name. Boom. I will link this brand in the description below, but I ain't gonna hold you. All these are gone. I think they only made like 5. So sorry about it. Hey y'all, I uploaded all of these clips and I completely forgot to tell y'all the story about the pants that assaulted me that are right here, right next to me. Ignore my dry skin and just poor overall appearance. But, so the story goes as such. So the last Goodwill where I got those dark gray pants that you may or may not have seen at this point, I don't know where this is gonna go. The same Goodwill, I racked up on a pair of Dickies, or I came up on a pair of Dickies, or so I thought. I was like, oh my God, they still have the tag on them. They're in my size. Like, this is a miracle. Jesus has risen again. I think it was around Easter. And so I was very excited about it, right? So I get home with my Goodwill bag, and I'm very excited off of all of the finds that I found. And I go to slide these pants on, and all I feel is a needle just scraping into the first layer of my skin. A needle, Jade? Is that what you said? A needle in those brand new sort of pants that you bought? Yeah. In fact, the needle was where you see this little hole. Maybe if you see the little hole. I mean, you see that tiny little hole right there next to the 30 by 30? There is a full-on crooked needle, like a pin, stuck right in there. And so, for some reason it's in the back, but it definitely got my shin. I'm very hairy, and I don't know. Oh. Let me moisturize, and then I'm gonna show you the cut. Y'all see this? It's like it's right here. This is, you know what? Wow, roughly 6 inches. Y'all see that? both. I know I can be a dramatic person. However, there's no such thing as being dramatic when you have been shanked by a pair of Dickies. Y'all saw that long, there was blood. I had to use like 5 Band-Aids because we didn't have Band-Aids for this severe of a condition. And honestly, I don't know if I'll be going back. I tried to tell Jaden that I want to sue, and she said that my case isn't strong. I beg to differ. I feel like this 6-inch gash in my shin, who knows, I'll never be able to play soccer. And I feel like that's Goodwill's fault. So I don't know why she thinks I don't have a good case. I feel like I have a solid case. Cause no one goes to Goodwill. Like, you go to Goodwill and you expect your clothes to stink, but you don't go to Goodwill and expect to be stabbed. It's like, you know, this is just being a black woman, I guess. You're not safe anywhere. Not even in your clothes. So that's the story. Okay, I'm sorry if you heard nothing but my necklaces this entire time. But other than that, that is my recent pickups. A whole lot of chit chat as well. Let me know. I wanna ask y'all a question. Honestly, if you're comfortable with it, let me know how you're feeling about your body. I feel like I'm definitely not in this boat alone. I will never be in this boat alone. I just turned 30, and so I feel like I'm also just hyper focused on my body because I'm just trying to prepare for it to start failing, basically. And but yeah, if you're comfortable with that, if you don't mind, like sharing your story, maybe people can help you out. Maybe people can give you a resource or just lend a helping hand and saying, "Hey, girl, me too." Let's do that in the comments. Let's be there for each other, and do not forget, wear what you want, wear what you like, wear it out. See you soon.